with Sparking Progress, and today we're going to talk about how to push through when you really just don't want to. All right, well, it's been a common topic of conversation lately of I know what I need to do and I just don't want to do it. That's so relatable. I know I experienced that in my own life as well. So today I want to talk through a couple things that can help you push through. The first thing is to take whatever your goal is and put it down into smaller chunks. So for example, if you have a goal of, say, a certain amount of contacts in a day, instead of saying that you want to achieve that goal in the whole day, break it down to hourly or before lunch, after lunch goals. So what I mean by that, just for easy math, let's say your goal is 10 contacts a day. You might say that's going to be 5 before lunch and 5 after lunch. Or you might say, I'm going to talk to 5 people an hour for 2 hours. And that would also help break it down. The thing is, our body releases dopamine when we do something that we said we would do. And so if you break it down into smaller chunks, you're giving your body the opportunity to release dopamine sooner. If you have a whole day goal, you don't get that dopamine release until the very end of the day, which is when you don't really need it quite so much. The thing is, dopamine increases our motivation, our mood, and our energy. So by breaking a huge goal down into smaller chunks throughout the day, you're just going to help yourself have more motivation, drive, energy, and also it's a feel-good hormone, so it will help you with that as well. The other thing that I recommend is find a client that gives you energy. Could be a client from a few years ago or someone you're even working with right now. But I know there were days where I thought, I just don't want to make one more phone call. And so I thought through who are past clients that felt really, really good to help, or people that when I call them, they just lift my mood and give me energy. And I would call them on the front end of my lead generation. And doing so really helped boost my energy of who else is out there that I could have this type of experience with, and I just haven't met them yet. And you know, the only way I'm going to meet them is to push through and make the calls. The last thing that I want to say as far as how to help increase drive and motivation is tie it to one of your personal motivators. Some of you are very motivated by helping others, so you could look at making the calls as who else can I help? That's one way. I know for me, I made a vision board and I would think to myself, were I not to do this activity, I actually need to remove something from the vision board. So it really tied my activities to actual goals in my real life. So for example, one of my goals was to buy a truck. And I would think to myself, if I don't make these calls today, I'm actually making it that I can't buy the truck. And that strong correlation from the activity to personal goals can also help push you through. So there's other things that can help motivation, yet those are 3 that came top of mind. And since this seems to be a hot topic, thought I would make a video and see if it helps you out. So I'd love to hear from you. What is one of your best tips to help increase your motivation? Hit reply and let's talk about it. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in the next video.